welcome to the Explainer. So you're looking to master the BJT, the Business Japanese Proficiency Test? Or honestly, maybe you just want to avoid the dreaded silent stare of a disappointed manager in Tokyo. Either way, I am absolutely thrilled you're here because today we're diving into your ultimate corporate survival guide. We aren't just memorizing textbook grammar today. We're learning how to actually navigate the unwritten rules of the Japanese office. So let's gear up and transform those professional skills.
Okay, let's dive right into this day-in-the-life journey we're about to take. We'll start with core culture and vocabulary, move on to polite workplace responses, tackle reporting and communication, figure out running effective meetings, and wrap it all up with customer service expressions.
Now, you might be wondering, is simply speaking Japanese enough to actually succeed? Like, if you've got the grammar down and a solid vocabulary, are you golden? Well, the short answer is absolutely not. Actually, scratch that. Raw vocabulary is really just the starting line. In the Japanese workplace, and heavily tested on the BJT, you're evaluated on your professional business manners and your command of kaigo, which is that highly respectful language. How you say something is literally just as important as what you're saying.
All right, Section 1, core culture and vocabulary.
Before we even step foot into the office, we've got to understand the rules of the game. Japanese business culture rests on 5 massive pillars. First, time is sacred, so be punctual. Jikan o mamoru. Second, always use respectful language. Keigo o tsukau. Third, value horenso, which we're going to unpack in just a second. Fourth, respect others. Aite o sonchou suru. And finally, the ultimate goal of all of this, the whole shebang, is to build trust relationships. Shinrai kankei o kizuku. Mastering these concepts is your absolute foundation.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the concept of horenso. This is a crucial, standalone idea that you will see pop up constantly on the BJT. It's actually a clever abbreviation. It stands for Hokoko, which is reporting, Renraku, which is informing, and Sodan, which is consulting. It is the absolute engine that drives all workplace communication in Japan. Basically, you never, ever leave your team in the dark.
So who are the key players in this world? Well, you are a shanin, an employee at your kaisha, your company. When you need approval or guidance, you're going to look for the bucho, your department manager. And when you go to an important shoot-on, a business meeting, the most critical physical item you'll present is your meishi, your business card. Keep these 5 nouns locked in your memory because you'll encounter them every single day.
Moving right along to Section 2, polite workplace responses.
Okay, picture this. You've just walked through the office doors. How do you respond when someone asks you for a favor? If a colleague gives you an instruction, you say, "Shochi shimashita," understood. That's your standard professional agreement. But if your bucho, your manager, or a client asks you for something, you've got to elevate it. "Kashikomari certainly. It's much more polite. Need a second to think? "Shosho omachi kudasai," please wait a moment. And if you need to check a fact, it's "kakunin itashimasu," I will confirm it. You can almost feel the rhythm and respect baked into every syllable, right?
So the crucial point here is how to handle slip-ups, because let's face it, mistakes happen in any corporate setting. Knowing exactly how to apologize is critical. You say, "Moshi wake gozaimasen," I sincerely apologize. Please do not use a casual gomen nasai in the workplace. This phrase right here is the absolute gold standard for a professional, sincere apology on the BJT. It shows you take full responsibility.
Next up, Section 3, reporting and communication. Let's put that horenso concept into actual practice. Imagine your boss just gave you a task, you've done the work, and now you have to report back. You say, "Gohokuku itashimasu," I would like to report. If you need to check something with a superior, "Joshi ni kakunin itashimasu," I will confirm with my manager. Or if it's in progress, "Tadaima kakunin shite orimasu," we are currently checking it. Look really closely at the grammar here. By just adding the polite prefix go or o to the beginning and using the humble verb ending itashimasu, you instantly elevate your reporting to that proper keigo level. It's like a magic trick.
And this brilliantly illustrates how we handle folks outside the company too. If you're writing a business email or making a call, you're going to open with "Gorenraku arigatou gozaimasu," thank you for contacting us. And to set a clear expectation for follow-up, "Nochihodo gorenraku itashimasu," I will contact you later. You'll be using these exact structures constantly for external communication.
All right, shifting gears to Section 4, running effective meetings. Let's change the scenery again. You've reported to your boss, and now you're walking into the boardroom to lead a kaigi, a meeting. You need phrases that let you smoothly direct the flow of discussion, all while being incredibly respectful. You open confidently. "Kaigi o hajimemasu." We will start the meeting. When you need everyone's attention on a chart, "Shirio o goran kudasai."
please look at the documents. And to foster some collaboration, goiken o okikase kudasai. Please share your opinion. See? You're completely in control, but entirely polite.
Now, during that meeting, tasks are going to fly your way. Here's how you manage those expectations. Hundreds of chuni taio itashimasu. I will handle it by today. Or, if you need a bit of a buffer, Sukoshi o jikano itadakimasu ka? May I have a little more time? Remember our very first pillar of culture, jikan o mamoru? Be punctual? These two phrases connect perfectly back to that pillar of time, letting you manage deadlines clearly but politely.
Finally, Section 5. Customer Service Expressions. We've hit the final stretch of our corporate day. You're out of the boardroom and now you're on the front line facing important clients. When welcoming guests, high energy and absolute politeness are non-negotiable. With a crisp bow, you say, "Irashaimase," welcome. If they've been hanging out in the lobby, "Omatase ikashimashita," thank you for waiting. And to guide them to the meeting room, "Kochira e dozo," this way please. Saying these with a warm tone literally changes the entire atmosphere of the room.
Let's move to the end of the transaction and see how this builds long-term success. If you're in hospitality, you'll use "Gochumon o ukugai itashimasu" to take an order. But the real secret? The farewell. "Mata no okoshi o omachi shite orimasu." We look forward to seeing you again. A strong, incredibly polite farewell is what ensures repeat business and leaves that lasting positive impression.
Wow, what a journey through the corporate day. Let's do a quick recap. We started by navigating those vital pillars of BJT culture, then we learned exactly how to deliver polite workplace responses. We explored the mechanics of reporting with Horenso, took charge by managing meetings smoothly, and finished strong with top-tier customer service expressions. Mastering these phrases and the culture behind them is the absolute key to acing the BJT exam and thriving in the real world.
So, I want to leave you with this provocative little challenge. Are you ready to actually practice this out loud and build true Shinrai Kankei? Trust relationships starting today? Because just silently reading these phrases won't build that muscle memory. You've got to practice these scenarios out loud, matching the polite tone. That is the real secret to unlocking trust in the Japanese workplace. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next one.